Hi everybody, I'm back to the Crusader today. I have an apology to make first of all to Coolbank. I didn't have a missing part. I wasn't with it yesterday. I'd had a phone call from a surgeon. I wasn't sure if I needed an operation for something, but lucky enough I don't. I'm still on the pills, so that's good. I thought it might have really affected my trumpet playing career, which would have been bad. I'd have had to rely on you lot to do a bit more viewing. What it was is you only get one of these parts and it goes on to the left side skirt, or the sand shield I suppose, aren't they? And it goes on like that. Okay, so that's all good. So I am sorry about that, Coolbank. I'm going to put this video out tonight just to make sure that you all know that. So there's no missing parts in this. Like I said in the theme of jobs, there's Jennifer. I don't think that would have been the name of the tank. I'm wondering if that's someone that, maybe Mr. Coolbank's wife or something, I don't know. Or his daughter. Because I don't think any of these had names like that. It wasn't that sort of thing. Now, the other thing I didn't do yesterday was show you this. I forgot. This is the track adjustment. And it's really cool. So you put the Allen key through here. So it goes through into the plastic holder there. Takes a bit of wiggling. There we go. And then if you look and you twist it, can you see the idler going back? Or the track tensioner going back? And then it's just tightening. Now it doesn't need to be too... I think with these, the track used to rest just on the middle wheel. So if you... I think it's about that. Okay, but you don't get too loose, it'll start coming off the rear sprocket. Now, the other thing we've got to do is fix this. Now, you know I did the thing with the magnets. I have seen, I don't know if he's released it yet, I've seen Mr. Coolbank's way of fixing this issue. And what he does is he puts 3M double-sided tape and sticks it down like this. All right, but he did say there was a mistake in the factory. And what it was is they put small magnets on here and they should have been big magnets. So I just waited for Amazon to deliver today for me some big magnets. Okay, with screw holes. And I'm going to see if I can screw it into the bosses underneath or do something so that it holds it down. I might not need to if these stick to the other magnets. But let's take this apart. And you saw how I did it yesterday. So it's just these 6 screws. Okay, so let's do that now. And I won't bore you with that. Right, I'm just undoing the last one. When you turn it up the other way, the screws all should full work. But they've done so well on this little tank, and I'm not slagging this off. Please don't think that. I think it's wonderful. Look, you've even got the panels underneath. Let's see if I got more. There we go. Let's collect those all up. 1, 2, 3. Oh, there's one still in there. Those there. Now the other thing that does keep falling out, well, is that. But also the smoke tube, that keeps coming off and it looks like the tank's been hit. So, but let's get to the front bit. So I've got these here. So let's take these off. So there go those magnets. Yes, and anyway, like there's a chap called Tom Ships Hugel, has his own YouTube channel, and what he's done is he's just heated this up because I think why it went wrong. Let's move this down. I think why it went wrong is because when it was popped from the mould, it bent. So if you bend it back down to that angle with heat, that should do the job as well. But I don't want to tell you all to do that in case it all goes a bit wrong. The Coolbank way of doing it is putting 3M stickers on here, leaving the gap so you can use the idler, and then it will stick down the front of the tank there. Okay, but the proper original plan was to put bigger magnets, which I think would probably be like this, into there, which then would have stuck onto here, and that should hold that down. All right, which I'm going to try and do now. So I'm going to see if I can get these magnets out so I can screw these in. And the good thing is, these magnets come with screws. I think they should be okay. I might need to elongate that boss a bit. Let's have a look. Right, I'm just using this trusted little tool. I love this thing. To just try and take the glue off, oh, careful that wire. The glue off the top of these magnets. And then I'll see if I can pick them out. Alright, let's see if we can do that. I might use a slightly smaller tool. Right, let's see if I can pick those out now. There we go. There's one. God, they're small. Look, they're not going to do anything. And not very magnety either. Yeah, there we go. And then hopefully, all I've got to do now, hopefully these aren't too long, because I don't want them going straight through the hull of the tank. Right, everybody, I was scratching my head going, oh, I've got to make up a lot of space. I'll have to make a spacer, then some washers. No, all I've done, it's really simple. And I'll put the link to, oh, which ones were they? Oh, stupid boy. Which ones came with the screws? I'll have to look it up on Amazon. I can't remember what packet they came out of. I'll find out. I'll find out on Amazon. I'll put a link. All you need to do, I'll show you now. Get two magnets. Come on, focus on that. 2 magnets. And this is really hard. This is super hard. Many a true word spoken in jest. Actually, plastic screwdriver. There we go. Right. And then screw it in that boss. And ta-da! If you push it right down, so maybe that might need, is that just ever so slightly too big? Ever so slight. So I might have to shave a little bit down. Or maybe what I could do is I'll make the metal bar a bit lower inside. Alright. But if you press it down now where it's all supposed to lock down, that's not going to come up. That's, can you hear that? All I can do is I can just shave a bit off the bosses, can't I? Oh, will they screw in a little bit more? See if they can screw in a little bit more. Let me have a look. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get my trusty mini tool and I'm going to take a bit off of these posts. Alright, so it goes really flat. And hopefully this focuses on what I'm doing and not my hand. We'll take a little bit off at a time, we'll just keep test fitting. I know why, you dozy twonk. Right, I'm just going to keep doing this until it fits. So literally, we're going to take some off the top of those bosses until the front goes completely flat. Right, that's close enough for jazz. That side's perfect. This side I think is a bit warped, so I might use a little teeny bit of heat. Oh, wait a minute. Yeah, so I might use a little teeny bit of heat to bend that down. Can you see it's just warped here? Yeah, can you see? So I might use a little bit of heat, but you don't have to do this. I don't want you using heat on it because I'd never forgive myself if you ended up not realising and going, oh, I've only got a heat gun, I'll use that. And then the whole thing just melts on you, and you spent like 200 quid on this. So if you want, just do this magnet one. So if you have a look, that's all I've done. It's just this. You see? 2 of those magnets. The screws come with the magnet kit, and it works fine. Okay? I don't think that needs to come down more. I think that is actually slightly warped. You can, yeah, sorry, you can't see from where you are, but the hatch here is going up a little bit, so I'll give it a go. But I'm happy with that, and can you hear that? Now that's strong. And I think that's what Coolbank intended in the first place. Yeah, it's just slightly warped there. If I just heat that and bend it down. But you've got to be real careful if you do this. Right, you're not going to be able to hear anything I'm doing, but can you see these are level? So I don't think it's that. Okay, and I don't want to make them any smaller. I think I probably took the width of those little magnets that came out to get those to fit so it hits this perfectly. And I think that's just such a simple way of doing it. Okay, so let's turn this hairdryer on. Sorry about the noise. I might try and turn this down in the put some music on instead. Do it from underneath, because then if anything does go wrong, you've not damaged the top hole. Like I say, you've got to be really careful. Alright, so slowly, catchy monkey. Don't overdo this. It's better to take your time than to cock the thing completely up. And also, if you glue the side skirts on, it should really sort this out as well. Okay? Let's have a look. Okay, bend it there, I think. And I might move, yeah, we're careful, that plastic got sticky then. So it doesn't take much heat on this. For God's sake, don't use a heat gun. And I might take a little bit more off of that magnet, actually. But that's better, isn't it? Okay, so you just got to keep doing that gently. And I'm going to take, yeah, that's sticky. That doesn't take much for that to start getting hot. Now I'm going starting to bend. I'm going to take a little teeny bit more off that magnet, I think, the boss. Let me just do that. Right. I took another little bit off the boss where that magnet was, and now I think that's pretty perfect. Okay. So I think that's an easy fix. And I'll put this up in I'll put this in the description, which one's on Amazon. I'll put the link because they come with the screws. You don't have to do anything. You just put 2 of these together, shave the bosses down probably by about a millimetre, maybe one, yeah, millimetre, probably it. And then just screw them in, and then job done. Yeah, lovely. Well, thanks everybody. And my apologies again to Coolbank. There wasn't anything missing. It was me being a complete idiot. The other thing that is slightly annoying, and when I noticed that this idler was really, really loose, and I thought I let Harry had a go on it, and I thought he'd whacked it in a wall, but it wasn't. The screw on the inside, and I've got the a picture of it. The screw on the inside was missing that held on the actual track tensioner attachment point for the idler, you know, the shaft. Hi everybody, I was just playing with it on my kitchen table, and there's a screw missing on that idler. It was really loose, and that's weird, it was really splayed. So there's a screw missing. It should have a screw, so I'm going to see what size that is and see if I've got one in the spares, or if it's, I don't think it's in the box. Anyway, so maybe Coolbank might have to just check that as well. Anyway, alright everybody, I've fixed it. I found a screw from, I think it was a Henglong, it's the back of the Henglong trigger mechanism on the BB unit. Fits that hole, so that should be better now. So yeah, there's a screw missing. It's got a little bit of play, but it wasn't like it wasn't holding on at all. Alright, I can't think of the word for it. You'll correct me. Put it in the comments, what's it called? This side did have one, and it's perfectly fine. So yeah, I'm pleased with that. That's cool. Hey, I'm crack on with this. I'm going to take all these out, and I'm going to put proper plastic in to make them look like lenses. I might even see if I can see some 1/24th car ones on AliExpress with the shaping in. Alright, so look, yeah, that's how I think Coolbank intended it in the first place. It was with bigger magnets, and then that works, doesn't it? And I'll put all this in the description. And yeah, and sorry again, Coolbank, I didn't mean to say something wasn't there, because it all was. It's just I was an idiot yesterday. So yeah, it's only got it on one side, which is it's got to be screwed down, but this side, okay, it doesn't have this part on the other side. So yeah, it's entirely my fault. But like I say, I think this is lovely. It's a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful little thing. Look at you. I mean, come on. And now that's perfect like that now, isn't it? And that's not going anywhere. Okay, look, have a nice rest of your weekend. If you'd like to share, subscribe, eat cheese, think about, I don't know. Anyway, I'm going to go now. Bye. Oh yeah, and that was it. I'm such a doofus. This is the filler hose for the... Oh, can't get it off now because the magnets are too strong. Anyway, that's the filler hose for the smoke machine, which then goes up to that there. As soon as you take the top off, it falls off. When you put it back together, really make sure that's gone together, or else it looks like your tank's been knocked out. There's smoke coming out the back, coming out the turret. It's quite good, actually. Look, I'm going to go now. Have a nice rest of your Sunday, and I'll try not to shake the phone even more. Bye. And just a quickie, you know what I mean? I don't like the fact that the gun, when it rests, is up straight. Well, I've just corrected the servo. It's great. The servo arm is only push fitted on. There's no screw in it. Maybe they forgot to put one in. Glad they did. But you just move the servo arm to that position. So I just used a pair of tweezers. Where the hell they've gone? Just had them in front of me. Here. Just used a pair of tweezers. I lifted it off. Pushed it up, well, put the gun until it was level, and then pushed it back on. And now, when it's sitting, it's that, which is much nicer. I did the same to the Stuart Mark V. Look, I'll leave you all alone. Maybe I'll do this as its own little video. This is how to change the level position of the barrel of the Crusader Mark III. Like, subscribe, share, you know, stuff like that. God. I'd love to do this for a living. It's never going to happen. I don't even think we're going to. You know what I have found out, though? I am the biggest RC tank channel on my road. Ha 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 ha.